So yeah, yesterday, day before yesterday, right? So Supreme Court का verdict आया था about same-sex marriages, and it was just a very nice way of saying I don't give a crap. So it kind of made me think about the fact that we are just so, like, as a society as a whole, we are just so hell-bent on keeping things the way we know it. Basically, we are so scared to not explore, let alone accept, not even explore, accept, and embrace anything that is different from us. So anybody trying to say, okay, this is not what I know, I want to be something different, let me explore it. No. That's basically the answer. No, fuck off. We don't belong there, which makes me wonder sometimes कि बन तो क्यों? क्योंकि if we keep excluding everybody, eventually we are the ones who are lonely. We as a society will be lonely. Then saying that nobody puts in effort won't make any difference. And this is happening at not just government and national level, but also at family level, where especially Indian context, especially the generation of parents, look, every generation is different from each other. And I cannot speak for them how they had experiences with their parents, but it's such a stark difference where I feel like nobody really cares. All they care about is their own, कि उनको कैसा feel हो रहा है, which is just reflective of the zero personal work, because you can only be focused on yourself and not even trying to make yourself better. This is just to focus on this. A makes me comfortable and I'll stick to it. If that means I have to burn down the world, I'll burn down the world. This is just basically the height of selfishness कि यार मेरे को ना अपने comfort zone से निकलिएगा ही नहीं. And while it might make you feel good in the moment, it only and only leads to conflict, not just outside of your relationship, family, nation, whatever, but also inside. Because every time कुछ भी थोड़ा सा change हुआ, because unfortunately, life is change. Even though same person nahi ho every day, you will change. Circumstances change. There are so many variables. So it's inevitable that the change will happen. And if you don't adapt to it, you will be the one left behind. And that is becoming more and more the reality. Right? अपने parents से बहुत लोग या तो openly rebel करके जा रहे हैं, या फिर they are trying to find ways of getting away. I personally know people who have ran away to other countries, and I will use the word run away. I understand that's their choice and that's okay, I'm not judging. But they have literally run away because they cannot stay living even in the same country as them. It was an option I also really thought of, but it was an easier choice for me to not go. मेरे पास कुछ privileges थे, but that's not the point. The point is there is just so much of difficulty trying to let go of the comfort zones, which, like I said, has started reflecting not just at national level, family level, even internally. How many people do you know who are willing to take a risk in anything? People will rather stay in comfortable relationships, and comfortable यहाँ पे का सिर्फ मतलब है कि जो तुम्हें पता है, familiar, not comfortable in the sense of कि अच्छा है, just familiar. People will rather stay in a familiar situation, knowing that this is destroying them mentally, physically, financially, than take the leap and bound of going into something and exploring, which is just indicative of lack of self-confidence and self-esteem. Because if you know yourself, if you know कि तुम कर सकते, if you have done those things in life, like confidence से practice से बात है, तुमने ज़िंदगी में कुछ नहीं किया होगा, and I mean to say by action, तुमने नहीं किया होगा तो तुम नहीं कर पाओगे. अगर तुमने कभी किसी के सामने मुंह नहीं खोला होगा, एक्सप्रेस नहीं किया होगा, तो तुम किसी के सामने नहीं कर पाओगे. And you'll only do it in front of people that you think are weaker than you. So you'll just become an oppressor, that's it. Because तुमने अपने साथ भी यही किया, तुमने खुद को भी bully किया, अपने emotions को, कि okay, I'm not supposed to feel this, I'll not feel this, which will only and only and only lead to you becoming such a fragile person टूट जाओगे प्रेशर में. कभी ना कभी तो आएगा. कब तक भागोगे? इमोशन अंदर ही होता है. कब तक भागोगे? You can't run away from shit. So we trying to kind of control ourselves and other people is the most hilarious of shit, because you can't. तुम कितना कर लोगे? It will come out in ways. It will come out literally in some kind of physical disease, or people rebelling against you, leaving you alone in the dust. So why put your energy there? It's clearly not working for anybody. इतना selfish होना क्यों है हमें? The thing is, everything starts internally. As cliche, as filmy as it sounds, I have seen the clear change. Instead of been focusing outwards, trying to put out fires at places, trying to control other people, when I put the entire focus on myself, how I am present in these situations, दुनिया नहीं बदली है. मेरी ज़िंदगी में वो लोग जो थे, जिस तरह से बिहेव कर रहे थे, आज भी वैसे ही करते हैं. But I have changed as a person because now my focus is just on me and how can I just kind of unlearn all these stupid shit that I've learned that is serving nobody and then kind of just be present in a situation. The point is also not to go. I used to think that we will kind of change the world, save the world. And सोच के डर लगता था कि fuck, मैं कैसे अकेले कर लूँ? I am one person in 9 billions of people around the world. How will I bring in the change? And ये सोच के डर लगता था and hopelessness भी आती थी. I'm sure, which is where we are all so just angry, and because that we cannot do anything about it, the system is just so entrapping right now. And system, I don't specifically mean by government, it's just the mental system that we have created and we are the only one responsible for it. What has happened is it has made the situation hopeless. I used to feel very hopeless कि क्या करेंगे हो. But right now my focus is only on me and things around me, and I believe यार अगर मेरे 4 लोग मैं और मेरे आसपास के 4 लोगों में भी अगर हमने बस ये अप्रोच लिया है कि यार हम अपने अंदर का काम करते हैं, लेट्स डू आवर वर्क एंड देन काइंड ऑफ धीरे धीरे maybe hopefully people around us will get inspired and धीरे धीरे. It's a slow process, but it's a totally worth it process, and rather put my energy there on working to that. And अगर hope है कि 200 साल में भी ये चीज़ आ जाए, तो it's fully worth it because this is not just about me. This is my world. I cannot be that selfish and say कि मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है. It's easy to say मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, but that makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I don't want to just sit at home and feel uncomfortable about it. I want to do something about it. Not just, I don't know what I'll do. I honestly don't know. But I know I have to keep my mind open so that when the opportunity presents itself, we can present as a single person. कोई एक इंसान आ सकता है लाइफ में जिससे तुम्हें पता है कि इसकी हेल्प करने की ज़रूरत है, तुम उसको ही पूरा दुनिया समझ के कर दो है. That is also work. Anything. My thing is कि instead of blaming other, if we take responsibility and accountability for just ourselves, things will change. As much as you don't want to believe it, things do manifest. The more you are pessimistic about things, सिर्फ बुरी चीज़ें ही दिखाई देंगी. और जब तुम optimistic होते हैं, and I'm not talking about the shitty, toxic positivity. I'm talking about knowing that तुम कर लोगे. Knowing that कि सच तो हमेशा सच ही रहता है. You can't change that. Nobody in the world can change that. And having a higher faith, it helps me having the faith कि इस नेचर को किसने तो बनाया. ये नेचर इतनी खूबसूरत तरीके से काम करते हैं. The rules, and not just the aesthetic, but the rules of the nature are just so beautifully designed. As much as we would want to believe that we are superior, we are still part of it. So we are part of this narrative, this nature. So clearly हमारे अंदर भी वो खूबसूरती है. हम बस देखना चाहते, हम बस वो गंदगी देख रहे, कचड़े को देख रहे हैं. But what if we put our focus in that beautiful thing, put our focus in watering that beautiful part of us, and it turns out to be beautiful? गंगूबाई में ना उसने बोला था एक अपने स्पीच के टाइम में, वह फूल का काम होता है ना अपना खुशबू फैलाना, बाकी दूसरे लोग क्या कर सकते हो तुम्हारे कंट्रोल, हमारे कंट्रोल के बाहर है. So I want to become that flower and just spread my fragrance around. बाकी लोग उसका क्या करते हैं, that's really beyond me. That has been the only way I have been able to move forward. Otherwise, it's a hopeless world, honestly. It's just a heartbreaking, hopeless world. All you hear is bad things. And it's difficult to kind of go ahead and kind of live in that world with any kind of positivity. So the only thing and the only person we can focus on is just us and us. Thank you.